All right, guys, good to have you back. Bachelor here with you today. And checking out this thing that's getting pretty hot online right now. They're talking about this app. It's called the T app. Yeah, if you haven't heard about it yet, then I'm going to walk you through it. Oshay Duke Jackson has done a clip on that, and I'm going to use his stuff because he did an outstanding job of putting things together. Got to give that man credit, and so I'm going to put my little 2 cents worth in there for y'all.
The year was 2005, and the World Wide Web was just developing. And a new website came out called don'tdateemgirl.com. You guys back in the early 2000s, you remember this. And the way I found out about this site was that a popular pastor in Sacramento was exposed on the site for basically clapping his member cheeks. All the text messages, all of everything, pictures, not videos though, were put on the site. And the site was built for women to come on and do exactly just that. They can anonymously submit relationship stories about cheating partners and basically expose men. And this was founded by a lady by the name of Tasha Joseph. And for a while, this site was one of the hottest in America. But the problem with the site was not just its fanfare with women. It was the accuracy about the reviews. Now, in this instance, if you post it onto the site and you expose the man, a man could actually join the site and defend himself, but that wasn't good enough. In 2006, attorneys started filing lawsuits against the website owner for spreading false allegations against their clients. September 2006, the Miami News-Times elaborated on a fabricated profile created to demonstrate that the website was dangerous. By 2007, ABC News referred to don'tdateemgirl.com as a revenge site, and on the same day, the O'Reilly Factor referred to Don't Date 'Em Girl as a hate site. Damn! By 2010, all of the profiles of men were removed, and by 2016, the site was no longer accessible. The year is 2025, and that's 20 years ago from when Don't Date 'Em Girl launched. And now we have something a little bit new. It's called T. Remember, the players changed, but the games remain the same. And T is an app that pretty much does the same thing as don'tdateemgirl.com with one difference. Well, number one, it's on a app, but number two, well, check this out.
Let's talk about the T app and whether it's legal. If you don't know the T app, it's like an app version of the Are We Dating the Same Guy Facebook group. Basically, it's a platform for women to anonymously gossip, post pictures, ask information about men. Although men are the subject and they are what's being talked about, it doesn't let men join. It also has screenshot blocking, which aims to make it so that men can't know that they're being talked about. And you can even set up alerts for guys' names, and it gives you a notification when that person is being talked about. There are some legal and ethical concerns with this app.
All right, this T app, TEA, is new system they have so that ladies can go and talk bad about men. But the gossiping at the nail salon, their hair salon is not enough. Now they need an app so they can reach citywide, countrywide, and worldwide to talk about you and me. Oink, oink.
Now, as you can see, the stark difference is, at least with don'tdateemgirl.com, you could come on and defend yourself as a man, but it's only for men. And so you can't even screenshot and say, hey, somebody is talking about you on this app. I mean, somebody could come on and say that you have, all kind of doodle in your drawers, or your breasts smell like booty and cheese. I mean, somebody could say that you got kicked out of Clapathon Tech for self-clapalization. Somebody could say anything about you and you just can't defend yourself, whether the allegations are true or not, or maybe something is true and you don't want anybody else to know. And the reality is you don't know which person is doing it.
Yeah, this thing is wild because it's going to be misused. Just like Everything else is going to be with the internet. You've got too much anonymity, and this app allows anonymity for people who are posting, for alleged females who are getting on here and posting about you and me and whoever else they're dating and comparing notes with women. And they are allowed to do it anonymously. Now, the guys are identified. The guys they're talking about are identified. But the alleged females that are submitting this information are allowed to remain anonymous. They can put up pictures. They can put up your name, your phone number, your address, your social media, and they can put up all kind of dirt about you. And that means by dirt, it could be lies, angry girlfriends, angry exes, or ones that you weren't interested in that are going to go after you. You know, now they don't even have to come up to your house or your job and key your vehicle. Now they're just going to hit you online, and a heck of a lot more people are going to see it. Woo!
But wait, there's more.
Defamation being the biggest one. If things are said about a certain person that are not true, because things are anonymously posted and the app provides a platform for things like that to be posted, the app could be held liable. Another thing they could be sued for is discrimination and gender exclusivity. The app is designed and made exclusively for women, and the app requires you to verify that you are a woman before you can even use the app. All it takes is for one guy to come around and say, hey, I want to use the app, and this app is discriminating against me because I'm a man.
Now, the curator is making a very interesting point. This is the issue that Don't Date 'Em Girl faced in a way, because, well, while there was people spreading false narratives on nodateemgirl.com,
and this is really just evil because, you know, there is nothing quite like an angry woman. Oh man, I remember I used to work in the prison system. I had a few different facilities, and my least favorite of all assignments was working with the females. Oh my gosh. Now the guys, if the guys get upset, they're going to break something, they're going to hit something, and then you lock them up, you put them in the hole, problem solved. By the time they come back, they've calmed down, and it's over. Not the females. The females, you don't even know there's a problem. You don't even know there's a problem, and they come up and start coming up with all kind of allegations. Real quick, a story I had one time. It was my Friday, and one of the female inmates asked if she could go into the supply closet and look for something. And that was not her assignment. And so I told her no. She walked away. I forgot about it. I assumed it was no big deal. A couple days later, after my weekend, I come back in, and at the front entrance, I am stopped. I am halted in front of everybody there and told I have been barred from entering the facility and that I need to go and wait for the associate warden to call me in. So I didn't know what the heck was going on. And then once I got in with the warden, the associate warden, he produced this 7-page handwritten letter alleging all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. And once he told me who it was, I eventually, and not immediately, but it clicked back to that request to go to some supply closet, which I denied and forgot about. But because these allegations were severe, and it was a female making it, doesn't matter that she's a convicted criminal and she's in prison. That might make it worse. But anyway, they still had to go through the procedures. It turns out everything was cleared. There was no problem. But I had some restrictions on where I could work and stuff temporarily while the investigation was ongoing. But that's just an example. I'm sure that almost every guy out here can come up with stories of angry females. They've destroyed your clothes, cut the toes out of your socks, scratched your vehicle, flattened all 4 tires. One of my next door neighbors had that one time. And I asked him about it, and he just smiled. Yeah, that's my ex. I'm like, good golly, Miss Molly. Make sure she don't confuse my house with yours. Woo!
The difference is now men can come on and say, I want to join the app, and then I can't join the app. It's a different issue that don'tdateemgirl.com had to face. In this instance, if you're a man and you want to be on the app, you're excluded. You can't join. But do we have any evidence of something like this happening in men winning a lawsuit in their favor? Rewind! The year is 2020, and there is a nightclub called Omnia Nightclub. It was located in San Diego's Gas Lamp Quarter. And of course, they had something called Ladies Night. This is something that's always happened amongst America. You know, they try to get the ladies to come in, but what Ladies Night will do is they'll let the ladies in for free, and then the men will have to pay. Well, then a group of men got smart. They actually sued this particular club, and they said, listen, in order for us to get in, we were made to pay full price on entry, while women were let in for free or at discounted rates at the Ladies Night event. They also complained that they were frisked by security before entering the club, but women were not. And the claims in this class action date back to 2015. And of course, this club closed because of this big ass lawsuit. Now, I don't know if they actually got the money, but the judge approved a $7 million settlement for these men suing a bar over a simple ladies' night admission fee. So could this app be in trouble for that? Hell yeah. But wait, there's more.
She's like, you could post a picture of your man or the old man you used to talk to or a man that you want to talk to, and people will rate them a red flag or a green flag, and there's comments, and everything is anonymous. You could write hella comments and say whatever. You could say, was weak, they stink, they have kids, they're a deadbeat, they beat on women. You can say whatever you want about them, and they can't do anything because they don't have access to the app, because you got to take a picture of yourself to prove that you're a woman. So why I get into the app today, y'all, and I'm not thinking that it's like real. You know, like I'm thinking like, oh yeah, they're going to expose people, but I don't think I'm going to be knowing any of the people that's on there, right? So I get in, I'm scrolling, I don't see nobody I know, right? I don't see nobody. And I scroll a little bit more.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f*** you think you is?
So this lady has joined, and even though she has a boyfriend and her boyfriend isn't on there, yeah, she's seen people that she knows that's on there, and yeah, they've been gossiping all day and night. And it's crazy because now let's say that this stuff is not true, and some of the men that she knows that they're on the app and they're being talked about. And again, a man can't come out and defend themselves. But let me just ask you this. What if you're a person that is just posting about a person you just dislike? You're making up all kind of things about the person. You're saying anything you want, and you can do that. I mean, people here do it all the time. I mean, look at what's going on with AI content creation here on YouTube. You have certain creators who are just making up false narratives saying that celebrities said something that they didn't say just for issues and giggles. And so you mean to tell me that a person can't do that? Yeah, that means you can come on and you're interested in a person, you've never met them, and you can come on and find out a whole bunch of tea, a whole bunch of stuff about this person, and you can talk freely because you're not going to be judged by the commentary. But I think this is the main point that I want to bring out.
This T app is all fun and games, but y'all better pray that these men don't get their own version. A lot of y'all women get spared so much because men don't run their mouth. If men ran their mouth half as much as y'all ran y'all mouth, a lot of y'all would be in trouble. A lot of y'all. Because everything that these men be guilty of, y'all be guilty of and more. If these men get an app where they can expose anonymously the trifling women that a lot of y'all are, y'all gonna be in trouble. Y'all gonna be in a lot of trouble. A lot of y'all been smashing a lot of men in y'all cities, right? Y'all done got around. And it's gonna get bigger than just barbershop talk where they can compare notes about y'all. They'll have a whole app where they can show and talk about how many of y'all done smashed how many dudes in the city, right? All of the nasty things you done to those dudes on the first meetup. How many of y'all done lied about being pregnant? How many of y'all done put babies on men that didn't even belong to them? How many of y'all done had ran on you? Talk about your hygiene and how some of y'all stank.
You see, the ladies that are involved in the app are actually exposing themselves. And let me explain what I mean. Shout out to ladies who understand this. Number one, you're exposing how nasty you are. I mean, you're exposing where your standards really are, what you're allowing men to do to you, and you're trying to help out other ladies who basically will see these men and say, hey, you know what? I really don't want to deal with this guy, or he has a red flag and all of that, right? That's one of the things. Is like you post these guys up there and you're supposed to get like a red flag if, you know, well, if you can date somebody or not, or a green flag if the guy is okay. He passes all the flying colors. And this is the same thing that ladies are doing now. Like, oh no, this is how he is. You know, don't worry about him. You know, he'll treat you wrong or he'll treat you bad. But the thing is that it's one-sided because it never detects if you're a red flag. While you're screening for a guy that's a green flag, you yourself are a red flag. You see, because nobody can come and check you about your behavior or who you've been getting your cheeks clapped by. Furthermore, if it was the other way around, women would be crying because what if we were able to post some of y'all's y'all little twerk videos that you send?
The T app was designed to expose men, but it's exposing y'all women. It's showing just how dirty and nasty the men that y'all have been dealing with are. Y'all get online with these high standards that you don't have in real life, which is what I always say.
And so the men that are being attacked on this site, on this app, are not allowed. They have no recourse. They cannot defend themselves. It's just whatever anybody says about you anonymously is allowed to be there. And others can comment on it. They can add pictures. It doesn't matter. They might not even know you. But it's just the chisme going around, the what's the word in English? The rumors, the rumor mill. And they're just going to have fun. A bunch of girls talking bad about guys. Oh my goodness. You know that is not going to go over smooth. And it's going to be a mess. And it's going to be evil. It is evil. It's pure evil because gentlemen cannot respond. Gentlemen cannot join the site. Gentlemen cannot defend themselves. So this website likely is not going to last very long because of someone's going to sue. And you can sue for anything in this country, but that's a big thing. And something else, if another company comes out or another creative individual creates an app for men to do the same thing about women, woo, you know, all those pictures she sent you, all those pictures and videos you took, oh my God, that's going to be in there. And you can tell the boys all about it, exactly what she does, how she does it, and who she does it with. So it's going to get dirty. It's going to get hateful. Man, I tell you, dating ain't like it used to be. Used to be fun. Used to be cheerful. Used to be exciting. Now, it's a freaking war zone. Now, it's a disaster. Now, I got to get some insurance. You got to get dating insurance. What the heck is that? Oh my gosh. Liability insurance. Yeah, if you guys are going out there dating, you better get that dating liability insurance. Yeah, maybe I should start selling it. Oink, oink. The weekend's coming up, fellas. So you're going to be out there looking around. You're going to be meeting some ladies. And you got the ones that you already met. So, good luck to you. Protect yourselves. Defend yourselves as best you can. I mean, there's only so much you can do when people are allowed to post anything they want anonymously. That's just nasty. That's dirty. It's dangerous. It's evil. I got to keep coming back to that word. It's evil. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. You guys have a good weekend. Check back in with the Feral Bachelor as soon as you can. And we'll keep our eyes on this thing. And keep your eyes open and your heads down, fellas. Oink, oink.